Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first edition of Topless Analysis. My name is Willem Painter, also known as Itchy Legs, and I'm here with my good friend Sam.
Hello, everybody.
And we have for you some pretty exciting games. I'm going to switch the camera over to myself, and we also have some exciting news. Topless Analysis is scheduled to go live next week. We're going to be doing, hopefully, 2 or 3 casts a week, depending on scheduling. Sam's in school, and I have a full-time job, so we have to kind of work around those. If you look into the webcam, Sam and I aren't Skyping right now. Like, we are Skyping, but we don't have the webcam running, so he can't see me, but all of you can. Yes, I do have quite possibly the most beautiful leather jacket on the world on. I know, I'm a sexy fuck.
I'm jealous of all you viewers who get to see that.
But anyway, back to the game. Today we've got a game between a good friend of mine, CDG Focus, and a player that perhaps some of you have heard of. His name is Wannabe Cool. Formerly of Team 1, if you can see up here in the overlay, it still says 1. He is now part of Team Gosu. I believe. I hope that information is correct. Anyway, Wannabe Cool is pretty much known exclusively for cheese. He went through the MLG Open Bracket in Anaheim, I believe. He went through the Open Bracket, ended up placing 21st, and I heard that he cannon rushed every single game. Every single game. He cannon rushed in control, and then in control was like, he was talking to Machine, and he was like, Machine, he's going to cannon rush you, like, prepare to be cannon rushed. And Machine was like, yeah, I got this. And Wannabe Cool, sure enough, cannon rushed him, and still ended up killing Machine.
Wow.
I haven't heard anything from him since, but, it says something that a player knows that you're going to cheese them, you still cheese them and win. Like, you're obviously pretty damn good at cheesing.
Yeah, well, stick to what you know, right?
Exactly.
Play with a little gas steal here.
I haven't actually started the replay.
Oh, really?
So, spoiler alert, there's a gas steal going to occur at some point. We are casting from a replay. Focus was kind enough to provide us with a game to cast. A clanmate of mine, I must say I am proud of him for achieving an MMR high enough to play people like Wannabe Cool. Unless this was in a tournament. But anyway. Okay, I am prepped to go in 3, 2, 1, play.
Alright, I started it on time this time.
Oh, good shit. So Sam, why don't you go through the preliminaries?
Down here, in the bottom left, we got our hero, Focus, Blue Terran.
So mannered.
GLHS.
So mannered.
Up here on the right, we got the enemy Protoss, Wannabe Cool.
Death to Protoss. Namcheer? They're discussing
Common friends here.
The player Namcheer, who's pretty well known in the StarCraft 2 scene. Wannabe Cool going out for the super standard 9 pylon, then send your probe to scout. However, it is Wannabe Cool, and you have to kind of wonder, what is this probe going to do? Is it going to end up cannon rushing or throwing down a proxy gate? You never know.
Stealing a gas or something?
Yeah, we kind of blew that part.
Well, he scouted the wrong position first, which is unfortunate for him, I guess.
It's not the end of the world, though. Shakuris Plateau, of course, we have this map where you cannot spawn vertical close positions. You can only spawn either close by air or across positions.
It would be pretty close if you could spawn close vertical.
It would be ridiculously unfair for Zerg players.
Yeah.
As we all know, Metalopolis was removed from the map pool for Season 3. one of the reasons Blizzard cited was, the gas steal!
There's
The gas steal!
From now on, we don't know anything that's going to happen.
That's right. Now we're in the dark.
But it's good, though. This gas steal, it prevents or maybe just delays a 1-1-1 all-in, which Protoss seem to have a lot of trouble with lately.
Especially in this patch. This was pre-1.4, and, a lot has changed since this patch came out. I'm following the probe with the camera. I'm curious as to what it's going to do. I mean, this is, I don't know, pretty standard on both their parts. It seems like Focus is going to go for no, he's going for a Marauder. He's getting his concussive shell upgrade. Saved up just enough gas to get that right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. It's weird how he did kind of a semi-wall-in with those two supply depots at the front.
Well, I think he might know Wanna Be Cool, and I think he might kind of be familiar with his style. So he's going to want to wall that in. I think he's going to finish that wall in at some point and try to set up a defensive position in the early game to protect himself from any, cheesy play. But
the gas steal actually scouts the early Marauders, so
that's right.
He knows exactly what's coming.
And I should probably comment on the fact that Wanna Be Cool is not playing cheesy. We do have a Stalker coming out, which is generally indicative of some sort of early pressure. He'll probably want to poke over to the Terran base and try to get a few hits off on some Marines. 2 additional gateways going down before Nexus.
I don't know, he's got to be careful with that Stalker, though. He knows at least one Marauder is out.
That's right.
He could lose it pretty quick. He's using a lot of Chrono Boost on that Warp Gate, too.
Wants to get that Warp Gate research finished. As soon as these 2 additional Warp Gates are done, he's probably going to throw down some more Stalkers, Zealots, maybe a Sentry or 2, and head on over to the Terran base, see what's going on. He hasn't poked out with anything other than this probe. And I have to say that Focus is completely in the dark. He doesn't know his composition. He doesn't know if he went for a 1-gate expand. He scouts now that the Nexus has not gone down. We are going to have this Sentry, Stalker, Zealot trio come out and realize that there's 3 Marauders at his door.
Warps in a couple extra Stalkers to help fend off this Marauder push, though. I think he should be able to deal with it no problem.
I like what Focus is doing here. He's pressuring the front. Sure, it didn't do much damage, but it kind of buys him some time for this stim to finish up. This is like a ridiculously early stim.
Look at that. Wanna Be Cool has got a proxy pylon on the third of Focus. Warped in a couple Zealots.
That's right. He's going to push here at the front. I mean, he did just take out 3 Marauders. He's probably guessing that he's in a favorable position. Fortunately, Focus did wall off with the supply depot, so we will have a bit of coverage. I'm wondering how this engagement is going to go. Wanna Be Cool obviously has the superior unit composition at this point in the game, but the position is heavily in favor of Focus. I don't think that this push by Wanna Be Cool is really going to do all that much. I don't think he'll even be able to kill a bunker.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get through there. He's got a repair, though.
Pulling off some... Oh, he does take down 1 SCVs. I'm not sure if he's target firing those or... No, it seems like Wanna Be Cool is completely neglecting to micro his units. A little bit sloppy on Wanna Be Cool's part there.
Had some Stalkers dancing in the back there.
He did kill 3 workers, but, the Terran has mules, which can more than make up for that deficit. So he's just kind of chilling. He's got a little bit of a soft contain on the go. He did scout that the orbital command there, or not the orbital, but the command center has been actually finished by Focus. So he goes ahead and takes his Nexus behind that pressure. 3-gate expand, I believe, is what that build is called. There you go. Focus scans right on the naturals, sees that he's expanded. He knows, okay, I got to get rid of these gateway units outside my front door here. I need to put down my orbital in order to keep up.
I think he could actually just push out right now. I mean, he might get force fielded in, but he's certainly got the better army.
I agree. I think that that's probably what's going to happen here. Although Wanna Be Cool is warping in a few more units to reinforce this contain he has on the go. Maybe perhaps underestimating Focus?
Well, Focus got a medevac on the way, so that'll help him at least get out of his base.
He's also throwing down the reactor on the factory. I'm assuming that he's going to switch that over to the starport as soon as that one medevac completes.
Yeah, almost definitely. And there it goes. Yeah, Hellions wouldn't be.
Yeah, there's no use for those.
Not getting combat shields though.
Forge and a robotics facility coming down for Wannabe Cool at the same time here. Wannabe Cool has 43 probes to the 30 SCVs of Focus, but like I said earlier, Mules will more than make up for that deficit. Interestingly enough, he decided not to throw down his Mule when his orbital was done. He instead saved some of the energy, lifted it, and is going to try to take his natural before throwing down that Mule. This contain of Wannabe Cool has gone on for so long. I feel like Focus is falling quite far behind.
Here comes that medevac to ferry some units out, and that's going to be the end of that.
Yeah, he doesn't want to lose those sentries needlessly. He's going to save those for a later engagement.
And I think Focus could just push out here and do a lot of damage. He's got, he's a little behind on supply, but he's got the better army composition. I mean, Marauders just tear through those gateway units.
Robotics Bay just now going down for Wannabe Cool. The double forge, the second forge is just finished.
Chrono boosting those upgrades too.
He just started chrono boosting those upgrades. He was neglecting it for a bit, so that +1 is going to be a bit late in comparison to someone who was really diligent about their chrono boost. You can see the Nexus in the main has quite a bit of energy, 30.
Yeah, and he's also queuing up 4 probes on both Nexuses.
Yeah, a little bit of sloppy macro. I mean, maybe this is why he cheeses so frequently.
Yeah, he can't handle it in the later game, I guess.
Focus now pushing out. Wannabe Cool is going to, of course, see this. The probe at the southern Zelnaga was just taken out. And I'm wondering what his response is going to be. I mean, he obviously sees it with that observer.
It's going to triple drop right into the main.
Huge doom drop. Force field's the natural ramp, which is a smart idea, but I don't think he's gonna he let those dropships get all their units out. I think.
Yeah, I don't know. He's splitting up his.
There we go. This is pretty much it. I think. Yeah, Wannabe Cool just lost everything. The GG comes out, and we have a finish to game number 1 between who was one Wannabe Cool, who is now Gosu Wannabe Cool, and Clandroid Gaming's Phoenix. Focus. Wow. Misstep there on my part. Sorry, Focus. I know you're going to watch this at some point and shake your head. Cool.
Yeah, it was a decent game. I mean, Focus was there, was down a little bit, but managed to break that Sentry Contain and come back and just steamroll over Wannabe Cool, really.
Yeah, apart from that Contain, man, I didn't really... I wasn't too impressed by Wannabe Cool's play. I found his macro a little lacking.
Yeah, he's extremely oversaturated at his main and natural.
Yeah,
he could have taken his third way earlier.
Oh yeah, look at the probe count to the SCV count. It's 63 to 35, and he's only on 2 base. That is massive oversaturation. And then we look at the army supply. I mean, I am at the end of the game, but I can definitively say that Focus had the larger army when they engaged. He had worse positioning. Obviously, he had to ferry those troops into the main base, which Wannabe Cool saw with the observer. He should have been there with stalkers, shooting at those medevacs.
Definitely. And he only had 3 gateways this entire time to reinforce. I mean, if you're still on 3 gateways at 13 minutes, yeah.
I'm looking at his main base right now, and I'm looking at his infrastructure, and I see a hesitation and indecision in Wannabe Cool's play. He's got a Twilight Council, he's got a robotics bay, he's got the robotics facility, 2 forges, but no actual units. No Colossus are out. No Blink Stalkers. No Charge Lots. No Archons. No nothing. It's just... I feel like he underestimated Focus and then...
Yeah. Maybe if he had asked Focus to wait couple more minutes.
Yeah, you wait until I get a third base up.
You just wait till this Colossus comes out. Maybe I can get a couple more units, and maybe we'll have a game. But
as it stands, Focus just walked in and killed him.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I'm ready when you are to go to the next game.
All right.
Hopefully, we get a bit more of an impressive play from both players. I mean, not that neither of those guys played poorly, but it certainly wasn't as high level as I would have hoped.
All right. Which game are we doing now?
We are going to do a game between one. I'm blanking on his name. He told me his Korean name earlier today. Dong-yeon Lee, also known as Gosu DDE. Oh wow, we actually have another Gosu player tonight. That's cool. Gosu's your clan, man. I remember watching the Evil Genius Master Cup against, I think it was Empire. It was Gosu versus Empire, and the chat was just filled with people complaining about how Gosu is like only able to cheese.
Who is it that just joined Gosu? One of the I think it was Doa, maybe. One of the
really?
casters. I think Doa just joined Gosu.
I know they just picked up DDE and Vibe, the North American Zerg player Vibe.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure about Doa. I hadn't heard anything about that.
Could be wrong.
Hey man, I called Focus Phoenix last game,
right.
so
I'm totally right.
He's totally right.
Yeah.
Sam's right.
Gosu.
Doa's on Gosu.
Sorry, Doa did join Gosu. Yeah, that is correct information.
All right, man. You ready for this?
Yeah, we want to start it. 1 second. Yeah. All right. Ready when you are.
Let's hit play in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, Sam, take us away, man.
All right. Mine didn't seem to start.
Okay, I'm pausing.
All right. What seconds are you at?
I'm at 0:19, but I can rewind.
All right.
I've watched an SCV. I've watched their supply go from 6 to 8.
All right. I'm at 7 seconds and I'm pressing play. I'll tell you when I'm at 19 and you can press play.
Well, I restarted it, but
okay,
I'll pause at 19. No. I'm at 19 now again.
Okay. All right. I'm at 19 now. Let's go.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Bam! Wow. Rough. It's all good, though. It's all good.
Rough starts to these games, but it's okay.
All right. Top left. Who do we have?
Got our hero. Not to be biased or anything. Your casters aren't supposed to be biased. But,
fuck that. There's no excitement if there's no bias.
We got Gosu DDE. I'm not going to try to pronounce his Korean name. You can do that.
Dong-yeon Lee.
Yeah.
He was kind enough to acquiesce to my request for a couple of replays to cast. We played each other a while ago in a Zeke daily tournament. Speaking of daily tournaments, Gosu DDE has actually had quite a bit of success recently in the Playhem dailies. He took one down October 2nd, I believe. I believe he took the gold. He came first. And then October 4th, he came second. And this is just after... Pardon me?
It's pretty impressive.
Very good, very good. Especially since he just placed second in the Shoutcraft Invitational next to Sock. I think that was September...
Yeah, that was quite an impressive run, actually. I picked him to probably come last in that tournament.
Yeah, I probably would have said the same thing. Of course, I'm always hoping that my fellow Canadians do well, but if you know who was playing in the Shoutcraft Invitational, you probably would have picked DDE to go last as well. Anyway, we've got a hatch first here from Mix, our Zerg player.
We forgot to introduce our opponent.
That's okay. We already told them we're biased.
Yep, Mix the red Zerg down in the bottom left, spawning cross positions on Shattered Temple. Which is, we've seen a million games on this map.
Yes, we have.
And a million times out of a million, the Zerg will
hatch first.
Hatch first.
Interestingly enough, Mix scouted close positions, which makes me think that they're playing the latter version of this map.
Yeah, almost definitely. I mean, there's no neutral supply depot blocking the ramp, so it's not the MLG version.
No, and I don't think it's the GSL version either. Oh, we have a bunker in the natural of Mix. Let's see how he responds. He is targeting down that SCV. Let's see how DDE responds. He's only brought 3 drones. Oh, and here comes the Marine. If he's not careful, like 3 drones is not enough. And look at this control from DDE. He's got that SCV down to 10 hit points. He's got a single Marine, a single SCV with 10 hit points, and he's already killed a drone. That just should not happen. And there goes drone number 2. Wow. Drone number 3. Holy. I don't know what to say, man. I'm not sure if DDE is godlike or if Mix is bad.
Well, the bunker completes and he starts picking away at the hatchery.
I think this is a really bad decision on Mix to start metabolic boost. He should have pulled more drones. The appropriate response to this bunker is more drones. You need 3 per Marine plus whatever for the SCV. Obviously, if you can't stop the bunker from constructing, you're in a lot of trouble early game.
I don't know why DDE keeps on taking those Marines out. He should just.
I think he's trying to bait the Zerglings.
I don't know if that's going to end up well. I mean, these Zerglings, there's more than enough here to just take out that bunker.
Yeah, it's only got 2 Marines in it. Nothing's going to really be done. It's a good way to force Zerglings to do some indirect economic damage. We do see a Baneling nest now going down for Mix. DDE already has 2 Hellions out. He went for 1 Rax into Reactor Hellion pressure play. Man, DDE is like the king of early pressure. I've seen so many games of this guy where he just goes insane pressure. Like, you know, he starts it at 4 minutes and it doesn't let up until the game is done.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I mean, the bunker went down and almost a second later you've got 2 Hellions in your base. There's no let up. There's 2 more Hellions coming in to join the fight.
I hope that he runs by these queens. He's kind of focusing a bit too much on that queen. Not really doing any drone kills, which is kind of what you want the Hellions for. I'm paying good attention to focus. I want to see when he actually drops that command center down into his natural.
He actually got the queen there. Huh?
Oh, I missed it. But, wow, that should never happen.
No, it should not.
Good surround by Mix on the Hellions. We said 12 more Zerglings coming out of our Zerg player, man. This is like 6 Hellions. He's already committed like. Okay, DDE has killed 28 units, 5 of which were drones. So he's killed 23 Zerglings. How many larvae is that? Like 13, 14?
And you can see it in the Zerg player's money. I mean, he's shooting up past 300 minerals, and at this stage of the game, that's
way bad.
Yeah.
That's way bad. Starting his lair off 1 gas. I'm skeptical of this build, man. I'm really skeptical. With that being said, DDE has nothing to defend these Zerglings. But he doesn't even attack the wall, man. He just ran away.
He doesn't need it. He's got the 2 Marines behind the wall. That's enough. He can hold infinite Zerglings. Repair, imbalanced repair.
Oh, I didn't notice this, but it looks like he canceled the Baneling nest and threw down a Roach Warren. Didn't make any roaches and is now making a Baneling nest, taking his 2nd gas when his lair is 60 out of 80 of completion.
Huh. I think he was really, really worried about more Hellion play there.
Right. So he got
the will follow up with more Blue Flame Hellions, and you can't really fight that with just Zerglings. So good to get the Roach Warren. You don't necessarily have to make anything, but it's good for a fallback plan anyway.
I've got the production tab open, and I'm really wondering why that lair was taken so quickly.
I don't know.
It looks like DDE is going to take his natural now. If you take a look at the income tab, a round of drones just popped, but they were pretty well even until just now, which is, 10 minutes into the game. That's not good, man.
DDE threw down a Spire, actually. off 2 mining gas geysers, just about to get his 2 more complete, but he's not going to be able to make very many Mulus when that's done.
No, I agree. I don't think that his 2-base spire timing is quite accurate. Now, this drop that's going along the left side of the map, I saw it skirt out of the natural. I'm wondering if that Overlord of Mix actually saw it, and whether or not he picked up on it. I mean, obviously it's going right by the Overlords that are positioned outside his main, but...
Yeah, he definitely sees it now as Zerglings are moving into position.
So this drop is just no pressure at the front from DDE. He's just basically...
not going to do anything.
Yeah, it might even get picked. No, it's going to live, but... I guess DDE just wants to say, hey...
Beware.
Beware.
I can be anywhere.
I am everywhere.
Yeah, he's building 2 more barracks. So it looks like he's going more heavy
Take a look at the Zerg's economy right now, man. Just take a look at those minerals and gas he's got saved.
He's building a little trust fund there.
I think it's because DD dropped those Marines out, killed a few Overlords, supply blocked them, and he didn't start producing Overlords fast enough. Okay, he just dropped it all into mutas.
He was building those mutas. I mean, the Spire's been up for a while, and the +1 is already 30 seconds done, and now he's starting the mutas. I don't understand, but...
Hey, me neither, man. Maybe it's special tactics from our player Mix, who's at a supply deficit. You know, when you want to do this 2-base mutalist speedling play. Oh, we've got a drop in the main from DDE while he's pressuring the front. This is what I was talking about earlier. He needs to do this in order to accomplish anything with that drop.
Definitely.
Kill the queen.
Stop a queen in the front, yeah.
You can see the resources lost heavily favoring DDE, about half at this point. And he's just throwing these away, man. Like, I think DDE knows. He's like, man, I'm at a pretty...
Yeah, he knows he's ahead.
Yeah, I'm at a pretty decent advantage here. I'm gonna...
I think he could just push out with those tanks and some Marines and just kill them right now. I don't think... well, with that macro hatch, he might have the production to at least delay him, but...
He just, as you said, that 31 Zerglings just popped. But still, the Mutalist count is very low. You know, you throw 30 Zerglings into 4 tanks, and you'll end up with maybe 4 Zerglings left while the tanks still live. You need that Mutalist count to whittle down the tanks.
And I don't know why it's so low. Look, he's got 1,000 of each resource there, and still no There they go. Finally, 8 Mutalists in production. That's not really how you want to build Mutalists.
So he sees this push coming. Is DD actually going to kill? Takes a chunk out of that.
It's a fairly scary push.
It's really scary, man. Stim is done. +1's about to finish. +1 is done. The Mutas have +1 and the Zerglings have +1, but... Sorry, I missed that engagement. Here we go. He kills off the Banelings while they're producing. Siege is up just outside the creep. The creep sped here is, way bad. All the Banelings just died. Didn't get a single hit on a Marine.
Yeah, one siege fire, took out all those Banelings. And yeah, he's got all the creep inside his main.
Yeah, it looks like...
He's got 3 or 4 tumors there.
That's way bad, man.
And those mutas are going to try to engage the tanks, but the Marines are covering them very well.
He's still got quite a few mutas left. He needs to skirt them around out back when the Marines move in and try to pick off the tanks. But his creep sped is so, I don't want to say pitiful, but it's pretty bad, and he's got no room to deal with this contain.
Picks off 2 more mutas there. I think this is it. He's just streaming Lings into their death now.
That was a decent Baneling hit, but I don't think he has... No. If you look at the production tab, there's the GG. All he's got at the end of the game is Zerg melee attacks researching. I don't even... He's got the larva, he's got a ridiculous amount of money. I just think that DDE is the superior player in this case.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that wasn't really much of a contest at all.
Yeah, man, I don't know what to say about that game. The drop in the main that was scouted as soon as it left its base didn't do any damage. Cool. However, actually, I shouldn't say it didn't do any damage, because he then went and picked off those overlords that were along the drop path which is something a lot of Terrans neglect to do. Either they just go for it, and they lose it, and they say, okay, well, shitty. Or they hide it, and they wait for a long time. Maybe when a big engagement is going on, they send it in, and they drop behind the mineral line, and they actually accomplish something. But what DDE did was he said, okay, you've got these overlords positioned to scout my drops. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kill these overlords so that you're either going to have to reposition overlords there, risk losing them again, or I'm going to have a free, open drop path, which is exactly what he did. He then dropped the main while pressuring the natural, ended up taking a huge economic lead, and won the game with 4 tanks and some Marines.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think he had that push engineered from the get-go, but just he put so much pressure on throughout the game that Zerg didn't really get into their macro mode, and you saw it in the resources. He's just floating so many resources. Just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, couldn't handle the pressure, man. This is how Terran needs to play to win. They just need to pressure Zergs. Look at all these unused larvae. I'm control-clicking the larvae at the natural, and there's like 10. Those could all be, 7 of those could be mutas, and the rest of them could be lings, banelings, what have you. The queen in the main has 50 energy. There is no queen at the natural. The macro hatch is dead. Like, he was pretty diligent about his injects. I was paying attention to that throughout the game, and he was doing a good job. Perhaps too good of a job. Like, I think maybe his attention was diverted from, making sure he wasn't supply capped, making sure he was spending all of his minerals, making sure he was taking bases.
Yeah.
So he ended up not spending as well as he should have been.
Yeah, well, Nesty says if your energy goes above 50 on your queens, you've lost the game, but there are other ways to lose a game.
Oh, that's
and Mix just showed us one of them.
I don't want to let all of our viewers think that if you let your energy go on a queen above 50 that you're going to lose. Nesty is, if the guys he's playing, if he lets his queens get above 50 energy, he's going to lose. But I think the majority of our viewers get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Can you imagine just chilling out playing a game at Gold League and just you notice your queen has 51 energy? Just like fuck, GG.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
You have the guy on ladder whisper you after the game, being like, WTF, man, why'd you leave? My queen had 51 energy.
Yeah, sorry, man. I knew I was gonna lose.
Cool. Well, dude, good cast. Oh yeah, I should also rep the shirt I'm wearing. It's Korean. For those of you that don't speak Korean, it says GG. Balling. Anyway, I think this is it from Topless Analysis. Tune in next week, guys. I think Wednesday, 7 to 10 Atlantic time, which is 6 to 9 Eastern. We will be doing another cast. Sam, can you confirm that?
Yep, I'll be there.
Excellent. Hopefully we'll be bringing you guys some more high-level games. We also have a few things in the works with a few different StarCraft communities that I hope work out. And if that does go down, then you'll definitely be seeing us in a lot more places than just here on Itchy Legs, Justin TV. Anyway, Sam, you got any final shout-outs?
No. If I had a bunch of sponsors, I'd thank them, but I don't. So if anyone wants to sponsor me, you can, and I'll thank you.
I'd sponsor you, man.
Oh, that's adorable.
But, I mean, I'd sponsor you if you were part of, Alcoholics Anonymous.
Well, maybe one day you'll get your wish.
I certainly hope so. That's all from us, guys. Thanks a lot. Peace.